And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get this one out to about his 14. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Tackle made by Chase Young.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now it's Jackson. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
First down line at the 34 here on third down. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Chubb running right. He stiff arms him, and he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down at 7. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. He finds Matthews. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Fields. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. He fights through one man and able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Jackson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for the Niners. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Second and 5. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Jackson. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Mixon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Mixon again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll roll him out right. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. From the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
A run for Nick Chubb. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nick Chubb, 77 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And Mixon not going to get there.
Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters. Meaning, after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Fields. He'll get this one to Galladay. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson rolling to his right. First down and more. Field at the 45. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And Shark hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Once again, they run with Mixon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the 2nd half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And this will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, Your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Quez Watkins. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Bunker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Fields. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves.
And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
On second down, here's Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
Well, touchdown! It's complete. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our game here in the third. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call, running left. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 158 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football, eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. A give. This is Chubb. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Jackson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Jackson now. To Mixon on the check down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. At 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nick Chubb
about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Niners on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On the slant, this is Chark.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Jackson.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Jackson.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Throwing. Jackson.
Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Jackson to throw.
Flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Third and goal
keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Now Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. And again, it's Chubb. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the